Okay, it looks like the live has started. We are live on the BlerdOver Facebook page and the BlerdOver YouTube page. And I just want to do a quick check from all of y'all. Is it just me who can see the comments on the side if they're there, or can you all see that there's a comment side too?
I can see the comments.
I can too.
I just
There's a
want,
comment side.
yeah, there's a comment side. I just wanted to make sure, if somebody says something to anybody specific on either platform that y'all knew. I know that we can comment back on YouTube, but it won't go through on Facebook. So I just have Facebook on standby. And we should be good. Let me refresh that page. I'm glad we got some tunes playing. I'm not a sit in silence person, so that's awesome. But hey, everybody who's tuning in. If you think my face is a little familiar, that's because I was on here before doing a first for this page. That was an interview, and my name is Blerd Sunday. Normal name Kristen, but my nerd name, my blurred name is Blerd Sunday. If you're familiar with K dramas, then you know what Sunday is. But if not, it's the equivalent of senpai, the Korean equivalent of senpai, which is just referring to a senior in school or work or things like that. So I will let everyone else introduce themselves. I'm one of the new members. You see familiar and new faces here. So I'll say ladies first. So Ed, you go, and then the two guys together.
Okay, you will put me on the spot. Okay, hi, my name is Ebony. Asking Ebony on Instagram and TikTok. Ebony, Ebs for short. Ebony with an I know why. Okay.
Let them know.
But I'm also one of the newest members of BlerdOver, and I will be talking about webtoons, webcomics, mangas, you name it. So if you have any recommendations that you would like for me to talk about, DM me on Instagram.
Hey, yo, solo leveling one time.
Hmm?
I said solo leveling just one time.
Oh, I need to pick that back up. I think I'm like maybe 15 chapters in.
The boxer.
Damn the fame, back in this thing with the drink, because I'm at home being responsible.
Man.
Uh, y'all know me. It's you. Not you, but you. Shy guy, you. However you really want to call it. I would have put my title today, but I can't see too well. But just here, one of the damn, I am an old member of BlerdOver.
You're
And I know y'all won't recognize my face, so
seasoned member.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say he go back like 4 flat.
Ebony, you got her cracking up. I can't.
I'm sorry, I just can't take you serious. He's so funny.
out here pulling a Buff Toby cosplay. How y'all living?
Shy guy being shy. Oh, that's so funny. But we're so happy to be back and have figured things out as far as podcasting, because it's been a little minute trying to figure things out with con season being upon us, and that's basically every weekend this summer. So there's a little bit of something everywhere. So we're really glad that we got to see everybody if we've met you in person. I know I've met people at the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Convention or Expo. Then there's several coming up. The last one was MomoCon. That looked lit. That was fun. I was at a bachelorette party. That was fun too. Plenty more coming up, so we can't wait to see everybody's faces in person. But we've gotten creative, like I said, and we're bringing this to multiple platforms on Facebook and on YouTube. So, just to get things started. We have a few topics that are from all different types of areas. The first one, I want to say it's for the kids, but it kind of doesn't sound like it's for the kids. It's the movie Chip. Let me say this slowly. Chip and Dale. Okay, like, I had to say this slowly because it was like people were probably like, what happened with that? What were y'all doing?" But
Oh, because you thought they was gonna be talking about the naked dancers.
It is
the
so funny
men
that you say that though.
was
I mean,
raining.
they both involve nuts.
Clock,
Okay,
I wasn't even going there.
clock out.
woo, it got hot. Yes, this water is perfect. Oh God. Okay.
Back to the throwback from like the early '90s. Tell me about it. I was shocked on this.
So, okay, I had to look up a little bit of history on it because, like, really, when I watched the Chip and Dale movie, um, cartoon, when I watched the movie, it was less so about like seeing like the story happen for me, and more so about like just the name of it and like the throwbacks, and just it's chipmunking, but I'll say I got curious about like the name, and where the history of both names kind of came from. So if people like don't know this, and I'm new to learning this too, but both Chippendales
Mhm.
came from a furniture store, actually. So that's a fun fact that I learned recently. It was by someone named Thomas Chippendale, and they had a store called Chippendale Furniture.
Mhm.
Um, Now the Chippendale with the men's, I mean, I learned they had a pretty dark history, so we may not have to get too deep into that, but they had a spat. People went to juvie, they to juvie. It was some stuff going on with them. But they had furniture from Chippendale Furniture Store, so they just named that club Chippendale. And I think that was like in the 80s or late 70s. Um and as far as like the cartoon and everything with Chip and Dale, that came on later about chipmunks. So naturally, chipmunks, chip, and then when you say chip, you gotta kind of include like and Dale on there. And so like that's why I'm just like, it's not really about or for the kids, but like kids don't really know about the other Chip and Dale, so that'll be that will be okay. But just to like get to what it's about, like it's basically a movie about, of course, two chipmunks having a career. And they have another friend they knew back in the day who got into some trouble, and they have to go on like a mission to help them out, while avoiding different like characters along the way. Apparently, like I believe Chip is based off of Indiana Jones, and Dale is based off of Magnum PI.
Mhm.
And for some reason they're in two different types of like animation too. There has to be like five or six different animations going on. Like one of them got CGI surgery, and I don't know if that's like a play on like all the different surgeries going on, or CGI like just coming up these days in animation. But there's 2D, there's real people, there's CGI, 3D. They got animals in there. It's a lot going on, but it's just something fun for the kids to watch. So I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let y'all.
I still ain't seen the movie.
Me either.
Spoiler
But
alert.
I've heard
Oh,
I
a lot
grew up playing the video game and watching the show, and I was like, "Hey, yo, did the Fly have kids?" I was tripped out when I saw that. I was like, "That shouldn't. That's gross. So gross." But I'm like, "This for kids." I'm too grown to know this, but I grew up with this. So I grew up watching the old school cartoon where they was going on adventures, and I'm like, "Damn, somebody let a fly smash. There's somebody out here for everybody."
oh Lord. There is somebody for everybody, though. That's for real.
I haven't seen it yet, but I was hearing a lot about all of the cameos and callbacks and stuff from old Disney cartoons, Pixar cartoons, and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to see Ugly Sonic.
Yeah, that
Oh my God, I forgot.
that
Oh, I forgot
too.
about Ugly Sonic.
And it's like, the internet bullied the whole, studio company. Like, that's not what
As they
Sonic was
should, as they should, though.
They need to bully whoever made Gore look weird.
Oh.
Something was wrong. I was like, I don't know, just
Gore
when
got way too much face.
his skin, he made my skin crawl just looking at Ugly Sonic.
That made your skin crawl.
Oh yeah, because it was
Ugly Sonic?
the zoom in part and like just like the realistic human teeth and like the single straight hair. It's so creepy.
Oh gosh, I just couldn't get over that. But in
I
that,
want to see him run.
yeah, he didn't run. He just let me
I
stop.
want to see Ugly Sonic run. I wonder, do it make sense?
Do you think he Naruto runs? Is he a little different, or is
If
he?
his,
Not
if
with
his
that
legs don't do
pot
the little wheel thing, or he don't turn into a ball, don't count.
I feel like he pump his arms way too hard.
He probably run like the DC version, the DC movie version of Flash run.
Mm.
That's an ugly run. As a DC fan, I hated that run.
Yes, absolutely.
What did you?
Couldn't do it. Just something you gotta
Flash
get.
did used to run like he would fall straight the fuck over if he didn't have powers.
I could get jiggy with it.
I hadn't thought about it like that.
Oh,
On the
but
side, too, but go
did
ahead.
anybody else love the Chip and Dale cartoon? Was that anybody like flavor of choice back in the day?
I vaguely remember the cartoon. I just remember the theme song when it'd be like Chip and Dale. That's all I got.
Yeah, I don't really remember watching it because, like, I never paid attention to there being different chipmunk shows. Like, we all know Alvin and the Chipmunks. Like, I was like, what is that thing with, like, chipmunks? Like, in real life, they're, like, extremely cute. So I get it. Like, I get it. There. Oh, gosh.
It was like mad popular. It had like, I remember the old school little Chip and Dale children's books that they used to drop. But for the life of me, I remember the cartoon either was like an early morning slot or it just wasn't hitting for as long as they needed it to. And it just kind of fell off of me.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I remember more the Robot Chicken joke than I do like the show.
Dang, Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
Robot Chicken.
Is that still going?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
These comments getting wild already. Lord Jesus.
Man, that ain't nothing but.
Who used to be a Chip and Dale dancer?
Man, that ain't nothing but theirs.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. There was one comment. Oh yeah, it said he'd been thinking about CGI surgery. So like, okay, when I saw that, okay, I believe I have trouble keeping which one is which, like which one got the CGI surgery, because one of them was like having a decent career. I believe that was Chip, and I think Dale was the one that kind of fell off a little bit. But I just need to make sure. But one of them got the CGI surgery. And what do y'all think just in general about the CGI movement? Is it just like cringe? Like, why are you making me like get into this? Like, let's go back, scale back from that. Or are you like excited about it? Like it's the new way, like we should have been doing this. Like, how do y'all feel about CGI lately?
I like CGI. CGI is one of those things like you either gonna do it right or it's gonna be horribly wrong. Because it's been movies to where personally there's been CGI thrown in and mixed in with like, real people, and it flowed so well. But then it's also been movies where CGI has been thrown in and you'd be like, that's clearly fake.
Mm.
And not only fake, like distractingly so.
Yeah.
It's gotta look good for it to count.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's gonna count either way, but if it looks bad and then it's kind of like, No.
Like with horror movies, like when they could have just used the puppet, but they decide to make some weird CGI trait, or
Yeah.
when they CGI in characters in the movies just to make people look young instead of doing makeup jobs or something, and it looks weird, like you see it on the character, or it doesn't fit the face of the background too perfectly, and it bothers you for an entire movie, or a movie does it way too much and it messes up a good film, like Black Panther at the end.
Or like Shang-Chi. It was like one of the fighting scenes in Shang-Chi with the father, and they like did CGI on his face, and it was like annoying me the whole time. The whole entire time.
Hmm. I didn't even think about that. I feel like Shang-Chi, I feel like I was halfway like just feeling it more than I was really watching. I was like, oh, why is this movie so
Yeah,
good?
it's good, don't get me wrong, but that was like the minor thing that was like annoying me the most because like I just couldn't unsee
Cause bad CGI will break a movie. Like it'll take you out the good mindset you was in the film. Cause you'd be like, man, what is this?
Yeah, I
Oh
don't
yeah,
feel
too.
about it. Were
That
you saying, Ebony?
somebody on Facebook said the rubbery CGI in Stranger Things. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
We doing spoilers? Oh,
Oh.
Oh yeah, this is
I'm
spoiler.
on
It's not really
episode
spoiling anything.
5. I am hurt.
I'm never gonna watch Stranger Things, not because I don't like it. I just feel like it's like My Hero. Like I kind of started, but then it's like I'm too far behind at this point. One Piece, I'm still trying to figure out if I'm gonna pick back up. But Jesus,
Listen. If you not, don't do it to yourself.
I ain't gonna hold you.
That's
I
a that's
started
a
One
that's
Piece
a
last week.
marathon that
It's
you ain't
pretty
trying to
good.
run. If you talking about watching it, good luck to you.
I feel like
no.
you
You
need to
got
go like on vacation, take some paid time off to be able to watch
Right.
One Piece.
There was a dude who did like how long it would take to watch all the One Piece plus the movies, and it was like you was gonna have to take a week off, and you still only got like 4 hours of sleep.
Oh no. For I'm surprised you get any sleep trying to catch up all of that.
Listen,
But One Piece is like I'm caught up. It's well not recently, but I've been listening to it. It's still good to me, even though it's been going on for a while.
That's good. It's not even the longest one that's out there. It's
Hunter X
really
Hunter.
it's probably like number 25, I think. I looked it up recently. But yeah, because there's at least one that I got into called Hajime no Ippo, and that's like 300 chapters longer and still going. So
Hey, listen, if I love that boxing manga, but it's slowed down so aggressively for me in these recent chapters. I'm
you caught
liking
up
it,
on
but
that too?
huh?
You caught up on that too?
Yes,
Dang.
I'm in the trenches when it comes to anime and manga.
he be in the trenches. What
In
300
there,
chapters? I'm getting them all.
Dang. Ooh, yeah, we need you to do some manga reviews because you are one of the rare people
what you trying to hear about? Caught up on Jujutsu Kaisen.
I ain't even watched it.
So, what's your thoughts on that? I gotta hear what you think about that.
It's
Another
it's
time, another time. Like, give me
um,
a week so I can just binge it, and then we can talk about it.
Hey, I'm gonna let you know now. If anybody thought Frieza was racist with the way he threw out the phrase "monkey," Jujutsu Kaisen got somebody who gonna beat it.
Yes, yes,
It was wild,
menace,
disrespectful, and hilarious as
a
shit.
menace to society.
I didn't know it got that bad. I'm
It's
not gonna
it's
tell
it's
you what else
good.
I haven't watched. I feel embarrassed.
Um, y'all caught up on One Punch Man?
Not the manga. I know.
Let's move. I watched the first season.
That y'all watch dubs.
Oh, yeah. You know what? We're not
I
discriminate.
gotta use a shame. Shy gotta use a shame.
We're not gonna discriminate dub versus sub. You know,
We're not
it's all
gonna have this
good.
conversation because we're gonna be
Hey, there
all
are a few anime that I will admit. Yu Yu Hakusho, I love the dub. I did grow up on Toonami, so I'm not finna act like I wasn't right there knowing it was wrong.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Watching Sanji have a sucker when I knew it was a cigarette.
Oh Lord.
Y'all remember them fake guns we used to see?
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
But I don't want to do that thing where I throw us all the way off the boat again. What was the next talking thing?
Oh no, you good. I was just, I monitored the chat. It got a little off.
Yeah, I seen it.
I had to do something. All right. But okay, we back to keeping it respectful and clean. So there we go. There we go.
What's
But
going on in the chat?
just people being disrespectful and not towards us or anything. Just we keep it appropriate in the chat for everyone.
Oh, speaking of inappropriate,
Oh
the Johnny
Lord.
Depp trial ended.
Oh,
We're gonna bring that up at the end. We're gonna bring it up at the end.
please do, because I
At
was
the
watching.
end.
Look, you gonna change Shy Guy you named Mr. Footnote. We gotta put a footnote on everything.
Yes, people in the chat remind us at the end to talk about the Johnny Depp trial. But next movie that we're going to talk about. So we're taking it from the cartoons back in the day to the Marvel side. Now, okay, I feel kind of bad because like there was a time where I just knew I wasn't going to be like that girl where it's like, oh, I don't want to explain to my girl like all these years of Marvel. I was that person though, y'all. I watched it, but I was low key.
No judgment. No judgment. No.
I have seen an episode of WandaVision. I ain't seen
Ain't seen nothing else. You don't know what I'm getting like, who is this
oh,
person again? Like, what he do?
So you went in there blind, didn't know what was going on.
Just enjoying yourself.
You look at that with fresh eyes.
Oblivious.
With fresh eyes. You know?
okay, but Thor and Doctor Strange, they're my favorites for my own reasons. So I just be watching. I was like, oh shoot, let me watch my two husbands. Let me stop.
Not the two.
Don't know nothing about what's going on. Just Kim and him.
Just him. Let me stop before I get in trouble. Anyway, but I
Not
did.
on the Blerd channel, Center for the White Man.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. They gonna kick me out. They gonna take my away. Lord. Oh,
I mean, we
why
gotta
are you
forgive
calling
you.
me out in the comments? I have not seen the first Sonic, but I saw the second one. It's done. But I gotta write a list for myself. Yeah.
Hey, yo, I just thought about it. Like,
What's up?
if we talking about Doctor Strange, I saw like half of the movie and I had to like listen to the rest. But I think I can explain it.
So you ain't, but I remember you telling me that you ain't seen the whole movie, and I forgot you kind
I
of
had
stopped.
to listen to the end of it on a different medium because I couldn't,
Oh yeah. Don't strain yourself.
But it is one of my favorite characters. I definitely love how we had the Darkhold stories before we had the book, and it's not our first time seeing the Darkhold as a comic book fan, so it was cool seeing that come back around. It was also cool that we got the Darkhold tie-in books with Captain America. I'm not Captain America, but Spider-Man. Let's see, Wanda had one. There was who else had? It was Blade. It was basically they were just tales of like a horrible universe. Oh, Hank Pym and the Wasp also had one. It was horrible stories of certain characters if they were just given an evil amount of power. Iron Man also had one. And they were just like horrid, dark stories. Like, what if? Interesting. But if you were bad, you were going to end up bad. And that was the Darkhold.
And Wanda had it whole time.
That nigga, he messed up
Wanda
completely.
was on 10, like
She was looking for this. She was looking all around, and he was like, "Hey."
and this is why I say like you can't never really trust Marvel trailers because even though they had the trailers, it was rumored that she would be the villain. But if you're
Yeah.
watching the trailers,
It
you
don't look like
don't necessarily get that vibe per se.
She just
But
heartbroken.
after that first scene where she's like, what you know about the multiverse, blah blah blah, and then she has a
We
whole little fake garden put up.
we was gonna trust the fact that the nigga who just left being a whole menace to a town
I,
is now just reform.
I would overlook that. I would overlook that. I
I'm
as a
not overlooking nothing. You held people
He said, I
hostage.
don't know if we're gonna talk about this.
people grieve differently.
No,
She was part
Wait
of
a
what
minute.
don't grieve on me though.
no.
Did you see what she
Don't
did to
grieve on me. I
Illuminati?
didn't
Talk
ask
about
for this.
grieve different.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that grief ain't had to do with that.
This girl said, "What now?"
Oh, oh my God.
And
When I
Wong
Also,
was
found
getting
out
his
who
ass
was
dragged
on board,
around. The Sorcerer Supreme.
like, no.
She dragged this nigga up a mountain, across the field, off the edge. I felt bad for Wong.
hey, but
He got done Wong all that movie.
Wong is a prime example of, if you get knocked down, get up again. Because he was getting that work, but he get back up. Like, you know what? You gotta fight me every time you see me. It's on site every time you see me.
Also, let's talk about the fact that Doctor Strange be breaking hella rules and Wong as the Sorcerer Supreme just be like,
Yes.
Right.
I'm just like, you going back into your dead body?
Right. From alternate universe and touching a dark hole and all of that.
low key, he didn't have a lot of options right there.
Hey,
But some of the
technically, you
stuff
could.
he's and wait, did anybody else remember he knows Spider-Man, but nobody else does? Yes, he does.
I
Remember,
never thought about that.
he brought up the fact that him and Wong remembered Spider-Man.
But I think Wong was like on a mission when Spider-Man happened. If I am mistaken, at the beginning of Spider-Man, I think he did some stuff with the snow and shit, and he probably dipped out. Because Wong be dipping out in these movies when it's like, oh, y'all need me?
You see what happened
I'm
when
out
he
of
don't
here.
leave? I would leave if I was Wong. The only time I stayed, I got mopped up like this. I'm gonna stay gone.
I don't know how. I mean, I was about to say I don't know how he did it. You can't help but take that butt whooping, but it's like, dang. I'm just like, can I just at least pass out, please? Mm-mm. I
The
was about to
Illuminati.
say the Spider-Man stuff. I was like, in the last movie, wasn't it just Doctor Strange in it? I didn't know where the rest of the Avengers were, but it was just him, I think, in there. Is that why? He's the only one that knows Spider-Man?
No, like remember after they did the little spell, that everybody was supposed to forget him. But
Oh, yeah.
in the movie that just came out, he remembers.
But see,
And this happened after.
That's a good attention to detail.
But Darius make a point. They know who Spider-Man is, but they don't know. They know Spider-Man, but they don't know who he is. So he might know Spider-Man, but they don't know
because I don't think
Peter Parker.
They knew Spider-Man was Peter Parker.
See, this is why we need each other, because I would have never pieced none of them together. None of them.
Oh, and that's not the regular version of the Illuminati, but it was.
Yes, I was going to talk about that. Because I've gotten multiple people that I don't know nothing about the Illuminati, but outside of, like the non-comic related stuff when they talking about the conspiracy.
Hey, that'll get us flagged.
Never mind.
Please.
Never mind. But
the true overlord.
But I've heard people not be too happy about the Illuminati. So, like, what do y'all think about it? Like, why do y'all think people aren't here?
Oh, I loved it.
It was a great scene. I'm just mad they caught so many L's like that. Like,
yeah, like
Wanda was handing them out like hotcakes.
Like flies.
Like she
them
said
not
with Black Bolt.
Group of people they named, them not the people that should be called lacking like this. Granted, this might be a different version of Marvel's Illuminati, so they could always be weaker than the standalone, but
gotta be.
Carol didn't get beat like that against Thanos, and this man had a full set.
Full set.
Doctor fucking Mordo. I just realized Mordo really didn't show up for that fight.
Because he was too busy worried about
Mordo
that.
slid.
He was like, nah, bro, they straight. I'm going to wait until they come back. Bro, they in there getting whooped right now. Let me out.
I was
Nah, bro, I
like,
don't even like it like that.
whoa. It just came to me. I was like, Mordo didn't die. Mordo was like,
No, he took his L and then was stuck there.
Yeah.
he did kind of fall in the middle and say Strange is not a nice person. And that was it.
Yeah.
But like he wasted like if Mordo didn't sit there and like have that personal vendetta, maybe they would have had a better chance. I'm only saying maybe because Wanda was on
Demon time.
fire.
So
Like
most
she
of
Steph Curry from like half court just throwing them up there. Just what spaghetti? What
Wanda was
mouth?
on her she was on her Omni-Man stuff. Okay. I was like, was Marvel always this gory, this great?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
And I was so
Art.
glad to see it. Because I was like, it's always going to be soft. I'm sad. Marvel used to be fucking horrible. Like, I thought Disney was going to take over and it was going to be nothing. When I saw my man's head deflate, I was there.
So who do y'all feel like? Who do y'all feel like caught the biggest L in that fight though?
Mr. Fantastic.
Reed.
Jim from The Office.
I was like, why are they bringing
he didn't really get to do that. You're the smartest man in the world. You get turned into fucking spaghetti.
You remember that one gun Big League Chew where you just pull the pieces?
Yeah.
She turned that man into Big League Chew and then just blew his head up.
But who was it that was in the Illuminati? Was like, we could take on the little witch.
That was Miss Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And technically that's Captain Marvel's mother, the original Captain Marvel's mother.
But she held out the longest though. She held up the longest. But
so that statue came down.
Oh my god.
But a statue though?
A statue.
Not no powers. Not a vibranium shield or whatever.
She did you like a cockroach on a Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
It made a little noise and everything. I was hurt. Oh, can we talk about we finally got to see Professor X and he got his neck discombobulated?
Oh, yeah.
What made that worse is he got his mind's neck broke, which broke his actual neck. Like she broke his neck.
Hey, so if he didn't die, he's an extra paraplegic.
Oh Lord.
Well, no, he would be a quadriplegic. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Mind quad. What was that family got? Mind quad.
Oh, did you say mind quad?
Wow. I feel like that's one of the like good things about this specific movie because like it kind of didn't follow the norm. Like typically, like I just expected to see mercy given, you know, with especially like with his neck breaking or a homegirl getting chopped in half or you know someone else getting squished and head blowing up, all that stuff. But it's like there was no mercy anywhere. Now I feel bad for the kids. I feel it's kind of damaging, but for me, like I think that's what kept it so exciting, you know. And I don't know anything about like the Illuminati, like original members or like the different characters before. So I feel like I wasn't as upset as like other people were who are more in the know, but I just feel like you had to know that they were going to get X like that because of the way they were talking all cocky to Doctor Strange, trying to keep him locked up. I'm just like, yep, we're going to say goodbye to them.
I had like a little faith. I had faith in Reed.
Like normally when you see the Illuminati, it does mean something. Like they bout it. And granted, Reed, Captain America, and what is it? Professor X are normally in that cast,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't shit. They was a little too cocky.
They was too
Oh
cocky.
yeah, they thought they was like, oh no, we're not worried about Wanda. We worried about you. Doctor Strange like, look, bro, be afraid, be very afraid.
Um,
And
I think they felt good after beating up. They got rid of their Doctor Strange, and they was like, we got it.
yeah,
Forgetting that was a mercy killing.
exactly. He accepted that. He accepted it. There was no fight back. But
You could.
Wanda made sure they understood.
I guess people racing it around here. I don't know if that was a motorcycle or what. Anyway, um, oh yeah, okay. This is what I wanted to ask y'all. Do y'all feel bad for Wanda and how everything like ended up for her, or at the end where you're just like, girl, I'm sick of it. Sit down.
I
I
really
seen
wanted her to die. Like she a bad person.
I seen a meme and I forgot the gist of what it exactly said, but the gist of it was she went and caused so much chaos
Sam
for
Kid.
some Sims she created.
Damn, yeah.
But it's true though.
She turned up like that for a save file.
Oh, time out. Oh, you deleted my 2K player? It's on go. We is finna get active.
Y'all, do you know those like the old YouTube where like people would do stuff like delete their World of Warcraft accounts and then there'd be like a rage? It felt like a whole movie of that.
Yeah,
Like
that's
you deleted my characters, like
I
oh
really felt bad for other Wanda because she was beat up looking.
Yeah. I
yeah,
feel bad for the kids though. No lie. Sorry
yes,
for life.
I do remember seeing somewhere where that scene where she was with the kids and they were throwing stuff at her, and when she
hmm
turned around and kind of like snapped at them, that was according to the interview that was real because like they were really throwing stuff at her and she was getting mad. So she hit him with the like real life mother, like, hey, you stop.
get out my mama.
But it's like, yeah, that's you hate to see it though, because it's an attachment to something that wasn't necessarily real, and with it being multiverses, you're getting the real versions of that, but you don't get that.
Mm-hmm.
So I can kind of understand where she came from, but
Mhm. She was gonna make everybody suffer behind it though.
yeah,
Oh, incursions. Beautiful.
mm-hmm.
Y'all wasn't geek when y'all saw incursions?
Incursions.
When the planets were colliding together, two different universes.
Oh, ah,
Am I
I
right,
feel
Ulysses?
I feel like I was on a drug or something.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was too busy
I was like,
uh when they were
Okay,
jumping.
before I talk about incursions, I will say something. I don't know if somebody gonna get me right in the comments, but who did Doctor Darkhold Doctor Strange lose to? Everybody else said that they lost to Thanos. He never said who he took his L to.
I don't know.
can't help you there.
If
That's like
anybody knows, but
I feel like it's still like a you'd have to be really on that like you do. Because I was there, I was just happy to be there. I enjoyed the movie.
I was looking for everything that I was like, okay, what's next for Marvel? And that was real interesting because Doctor Strange has always been one of my favorite characters. I was sad when the Book of Ashanti got destroyed because that's how you get like one of the strongest versions of Doctor Strange. But Secret Wars,
Mm,
which is a direct stand behind after the incursions, you get that version of Doctor Strange that is the strongest probably in comic book. Well, besides for old school Doctor Strange when he was just broken.
I forgot
But
the name of like the sorcerer who like leads all. I forgot like the official name of it.
Sorcerer.
Sorcerer Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it wasn't Doctor Strange, was
Because he
it?
lost it when he got blipped.
It
Yeah.
was Wong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the part I couldn't remember. Now, one more thing I do want to bring up. I'm sorry, you about to say something, Dame
Yes, the end credit scene.
Ah,
I
yeah,
feel like not the. I think it was the second one, not the second one with the punch and stop, but the one with Cleo. I think that's
yeah,
her name.
yeah.
Hmm.
I
I
feel
was
like that'll
gonna
be.
say her.
I feel like that's gonna definitely be interesting if they make a
Mhm.
Doctor Strange 3.
Mhm.
I'm not too brought up on the comics, but just when I see things like that, I'm like, oh, who is this? Let me just go to my phone real quick, do a little quick Google search, and knowing that, oh, Doctor Strange love interest, she's from the same place as
Dormammu.
No
yep,
mama.
I was gonna butcher that.
Mhm.
So it's like seeing more of that location and seeing that dynamic in the movie, and seeing someone who's they'll probably make her up to par with Doctor Strange, even though from what I've read, Doctor Strange is more of a mentor type situation. So there's like a level of like being a better magician. Either way you go, if this is someone that's your mentor, your magic's gonna be good. You're gonna do some fly shit.
She is, I think, currently the Sorcerer Supreme.
I stand corrected.
Well, dang.
Yep, she became the Sorcerer Supreme after the Death of Doctor Strange comic book series.
I gotta catch up, y'all.
Doctor
I gotta
Strange
go back.
helped solve Doctor Strange's murder.
This
What?
is insane.
Doctor Strange helped solve Doctor Strange's murder. Death of Doctor Strange. I promise you, I'm not on drugs. That really happened.
It's the comic book. It makes sense. It makes sense in the comic book.
Yeah.
I can see that. That's definitely seems like a Doctor Strange type of thing to do.
I
Yeah,
really want y'all to get up on y'all Secret Wars game because I want y'all to have your favorite incursion world. Them was some of the most interesting and the darkest part of the Illuminati, especially when you see some of your favorite characters do questionable shit.
Mm. Yeah, I gotta have that on my bucket list too. Gosh, I'm gonna get caught up. I'm gonna get caught up. I will. I wanted to also talk about America. I don't even know who I can say is the main character. Like it's kind of America, but then it's like, is it Wanda? Like I don't know who to call the main.
It's American. American.
Yeah, ultimately.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about
Miss
her finding
Chavez.
her parents? Like, do
I
you
feel
think
like
it's gonna happen?
just based on the movies, I feel like she'll find her parents because once at like towards the end when she got to like piecing up Wanda, who's been causing everybody trouble, and you just sitting here giving her rights and lefts,
Mm-hmm.
she gonna find her parents.
Bang into the shadow world. Like she was. I was like, okay, you better master your power,
Mhm.
feel the chakras, whatever.
For real, because you could just punch a hole and like, yeah, I'm from another universe.
That's a fire power. I don't know how I'd feel like not even being American. Imagine being her parents, y'all.
Oh
Like,
god,
You got
because you
sitting
just
on a
sitting
free
here.
vacation.
Be
oh
sad
my
too.
god, what world would? Okay. What
No,
world would y'all think is like would be absolutely horrible to end
Marvel
up?
Zombies.
The paint world, the paint world.
Agreed. Agreed.
Oh, I don't know.
Because
Zombies
it's
would be
hard to
bad
eat.
too though,
I'm
but at
going
least you'd be able
Marvel
to help.
Zombies. Just terrifying universes you can end up in.
Mm, I don't
I
know
so
which one for
I kind
me.
of don't want to end up in Spider-Man: The Wars universe either. I don't think it's safe to be black.
See, that's the thing. I don't want to go nowhere in this
Cause
look.
think about it, it's old timey's 1960s.
Oh
You
yeah,
got
no,
color folks.
that's definitely not a good place to be. It's not.
And I'm from Memphis too, so we
You trying to get some help. Spider Man like
not in the 60s.
would.
Did you think a racist Spider-Man?
Oh, I had something to follow up behind that, but it would have been horrible. Horrible.
Damn, not Spider-Man webbing up civil rights.
Just, I'm gonna say
We
this.
probably
I
have a
don't know
Black
if I want to say
Power.
it. I'm not gonna say this.
We
I
probably
want
have a
No.
Black Power Spider-Man.
Darius so he can say it.
All heroes don't wear capes, y'all. We'll have somebody.
For real.
As long
Miles
as my
Morales.
world don't get dinosaurs or like, oh my gosh, the worst world for me, I'm just making stuff up in my head, but like if it had like super massive like insects or something, no, yeah, ain't no way.
Yeah, I couldn't do insects.
Hey, you gonna love Annihilus.
A nihilist,
Yeah.
you got to educate me.
That nigga look like a cross between a tall roach and a jumping beetle. He's
No,
a Fantastic Four villain.
that makes my skin crawl just you saying it. Ain't no way.
Who wants a tall roach and a beetle put together? Both of those by themselves are horrible.
That's
I don't know.
Annihilus, just a
Fusion.
big, tall bug nigga.
I feel like I've seen. Is that like we did our first BlerdOver reacts, and there was like this. I don't even know what the show was called, but everybody was getting off by this giant roach. It was so graphic. It was this huge buff roach, and it was oh my gosh.
Oh, you talking about that anime?
Yes, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
There's an anime where it's basically people go to colonize Mars and they send roaches and they just become super evolved and they look sort of like gorillas.
Yep.
But they also look wrong. Like they look wrong. How do you describe it? It make you want to step on it.
That's any roach.
But they be fucking people up.
Roaches don't. In this house, I'm not gonna say roaches don't get to live, but majority don't. Majority don't.
These roaches that you see in this anime don't scatter when the lights turn on. They just turn it back off.
That's not different. I'm used to that.
Oh Lord.
No.
I'm from Mobile. Not to downplay Mobile, but I've seen roaches.
Oh, near the
Cut the
water.
light on
Oh
and be like, I
no.
appreciate it. I was looking for this.
Not near the water, Jesus. And I hate when people say that like something's just a water bug, like a water bug is any less scary. Kill it, like
Hey,
I mean,
that's
Oh,
let me
right there.
squish
I
it.
didn't know roaches flew till I got down here.
Oh,
Them be the worst. Them the worst.
First one.
Look, what's the next topic? 'Cause
like Ant-Man, come get him, come. Let me
You know,
stop.
People.
since we're talking about roaches and bugs and animals, I think this is a good segue into our next topic, which could be
Yeah,
Hunter x Hunter.
let's go to our
Because
next topic.
roaches.
So for this, I'm gonna switch it around and put the anime next.
You put the anime last bet. I tried. I just want to get off and talk about roaches because
Yeah, we gonna get off of. We got a couple more. We're gonna get off of that. So I'm gonna go to anime first, and then I'll do wrestling after because we got two wrestling topics. So Hunter x Hunter. How does everybody feel? Like, has everybody like watched it or read it up to this point, or like how you feeling about it?
If you ain't read it, catch up, much.
yeah. Does it?
I don't want to talk the whole time. I'm not. What y'all think?
I'm gonna ask Ebony then, because I feel like you've read it
I've read.
after the
I've read it.
last
I read
after
it.
the last saga.
Which one of y'all gonna talk first?
How strong does Gon get?
You wanna tell them?
You go.
The focus,
Finish it, but if
after-
y'all want to spoil it, that's fine. I'm not concerned.
like the focus of Hunter x Hunter, after like greed, after all of that, after the Chimera ants, isn't even set to focus on Gon. Right now is not Killua, the one with the chain, the one with Kurapika.
I'll take
And
that. I'll take
it's
that.
more about like some subterfuge kind of investigation things as they are on their way to the new islands, and that's kind of the book right now without trying to spoil anything.
I'm okay with that because he righteously, they righteously, because I was always confused myself, but they
I
righteously
really,
pulled up and caught a body and like, yeah, I brought a shovel. You finna
oh
get this?
yeah,
Even know
that
what you.
was when he gave Hugo his nice little 6 feet drop. But man,
Lord.
how
But
you
after that,
feel about it?
you didn't really see too much of them in the show, for real, because they had their own like separate thing,
Mm.
which was kind of I was mad at because it's like how they're it's Nin, right?
Hmm.
Mm.
Was set up, they could do so much with it. I would want to see more of that because I felt like it would have made great for animation wise, seeing the different aspects of how they can control that in and do crazy shit with it.
You about to see it if you like
Hey,
nin
look,
crazy powers.
shoot me a link so I can read this shit, my guy. Because
Say less. But one thing about Hunter x Hunter, and I don't know if anybody else feel like that. If you read it or watch it, them be some long ass explanations. So I
Yeah.
can't read Hunter x Hunter right now, period, because if it is, they'll fill the fuck out of text bubble.
Oh Lord.
You see what's going on in this move with the hour of the time and the day of the minute, and you have to be sweating purple on a Tuesday. I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
sweat
Just
purple on it too.
Hold
But I
on.
fuck with that. I'm okay with that because I watch
yeah, it's okay
Ball Z.
watching that.
Yeah.
Sometimes reading that, you be like,
Did you just? Who
Did she do that to DBZ?
who find you on Facebook? You finna get blocked and reported real quick. Oh,
Okay.
Let me go and kick you out.
I said it.
hate speech.
That is
Because,
so funny.
ooh, Dragon Ball Z.
I
what was
tried.
said about Dragon Ball?
She
Uh
Um.
booted.
oh, they about
She
to get
booted
on
Dragon Ball
us.
Z. You finna
Let
get
me
blocked.
show y'all.
You finna get blocked and reported. But I get it though. I feel like sidebar. A lot of the fan base in DBZ is very toxic.
But that's everywhere though.
Voice actor of Goku.
Okay, one time for Make a Wish, and I wish Ebony would boo Dragon
Be
Ball Z.
more cordial on her Dragon Ball Z ability.
Yes.
But I think that toxic fan base kind of like ruins it.
Yeah. You can never really tell if somebody's truly an anime person by DBZ, if I'm being honest. Like you just don't, it's like, are you following a wave and you just feel like that's the most general cool thing? Like you could just like it only and that's cool, but I'm just like I can't make a decision off of like you saying that that's like the only one.
DBZ was the wave for so long though.
It's the
I would have to disagree.
anime though.
I just feel like DBZ. I like DBZ in general, but in this day and age, personally, I feel like that's a great starter kit. You can start with DBZ because like
Oh yeah.
either you're gonna like it or you're gonna hate it, but then you at least have a good taste for anime. And then you could watch like your Naruto's or your One Pieces or your Sailor Moons. And I only say that because everyone
Hold on, wait a minute. You
Sailor
putting
Moon and Mollywop Goku. But that's
So
neither
the voice actor of Goku told me that the Sailor Scouts could be him.
I
Okay.
ain't
the
hear that
voice
until
actor of Goku.
he was
That's
sick
like
that day.
that's
She
like
was
the
sick that day.
dude who
She had
plays Spider
no-
Man telling me, oh,
Support the
Spider Man can beat the
homegirl.
Hulk. I don't trust his opinion. He's
Yes.
just the actor.
Yes.
You done pulled out the flag. We know what your biased opinion. I got Buffalo Soldiers in my background. That's a biased opinion.
Uh-oh. I
But
support both. I support both. I ain't hung nothing up yet, as you can see.
But I just feel like I think it's still a great segue into anime because like
It is. I agree with you on
it's
that.
it's not that many fillers for real, for real. If you just looking at Dragon Ball Z, because I never really watched Dragon Ball, but I watched Dragon Ball Z. It's not that many
Dragon
fillers.
Ball is good if you got
There's
kids
not,
and you want to watch something that's not too violent with your children.
but you gotta watch Dragon Ball Z Kai. You're not gonna put it on regular Z with his blood and
I
guts.
I'm
love
talking about Dragon Ball.
Kai. Don't stop, don't stop.
Dragon Ball is. I've seen a few episodes of Dragon Ball, and I don't know about that one because they was on 10 in Dragon Ball. Like Goku rightly told Bulma, like, I don't give no Jack Diddleys about your hoo-ha. I'm keeping my Dragon Ball. The fuck you talking about?
I mean, he ain't saying nothing wild. He was just like, why would I care about smelly panties? Goku was
On his masculine energy.
I'm not finna watch that like that. That opens up too many lines of questions that I don't want to answer.
Lord. What was I about to say about DBZ?
I thought you was gonna say the joke about when Goku was like no balls.
Again, we're starting with Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
You older, you can watch Dragon Ball.
Let's not act
Dragon
like
Ball GT was fire. I haven't watched it all the way. I watched the first 5 episodes.
It wasn't.
Hello Police.
I feel like Dragon Ball GT is that like you have a franchise restaurant, but do you have someone who kind of like plays off of that and has like majority of the same thing, but it's just not cooked as well.
Mm.
But they do bring you some new shit that's like, okay, this is good. Like Super Saiyan 4, that's fucking amazing. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, that's fucking amazing.
Dang, how many Super Saiyan levels are there? I feel like it just goes to infinity.
I really wish we could have got a Super Saiyan 5.
Well, there's no 5? That's how you know. I don't know.
It's not a real thing. I just remember watching it and then let me just YouTube Dragon Ball Z and then seeing like pictures and people like drawing sketches of a Super Saiyan 5. Which is,
you know when you grew up as kids and niggas made the fake deviant art?
That's why I keep thinking. I thought it was like 10 levels to it because you see all those jokes about me looking up Super Saiyan level 10. It's just like extra long hair. It's like gold or whatever other color. I was like, dang, how many?
Hold on, it sounds like you're talking about 3.
Super Saiyan 5 is more or less like a mixture of 3 and 4, but just with white hair. And like different a different outfit, which is weird to me because like well, how do your clothes change like that?
You so strong your outfit switch up.
Right, because like with the fusion, I understand how your clothes change because you mix in 2 different fabrics and shit like that. That it kind of makes sense. But like with Super Saiyan 5, you still have the same shit on that you've had on. The only difference would be with like Goku, let me just tear off my shirt. Super Saiyan Blue. But you still got the same shit on. You got a whole different outfit on, my guy. Like, where does the outfit come from?
Well, you know how Sailor Scouts be transforming and stuff? I think it's like that.
I wouldn't wait for somebody to get butt naked and put back on clothes before I attack you.
I'm not gonna let you power up on me.
No, I promise you, I'm finna swing.
All this goddamn.
As soon as she be like, step into the moonlight,
You finna get a moonlight 2-piece.
Pull an Eren Yeager.
Smooth Eren Yeager. Or if you seen Dragon Ball Super, Smooth 17.
Hey, but shout out to Gabby. Gabby don't miss.
No spoilers. I only watched half of part 2. I'm so over these.
Well, look, just so you know, Gabby don't miss.
Not at all.
I know she don't miss. Like I said, I watched halfway through. I think I'm a
somebody to play with on Call of Duty or something. Gabby, what you?
But imagine you making a shot and you still missed the goal.
Man, Gabby don't miss. Gabby got me.
She may not have missed, but somebody told me Eren Yeager is really just a black dude in disguise, and it stuck with me way harder than it should have.
I feel like Eren Yeager is the epitome of Black Force energy.
Yeah.
He's Black Force energy, but somebody brought it back and he explained Eren Yeager, and I was like,
Black Air Force.
Aaron is giving silver cap energy.
Imagine going back in time and telling your
Ooh.
dad to do this. Right.
Silver cap.
He was like, okay, I've changed now. I get it. Like,
What you
My
mean?
man's went from living a
You don't remember when
happy,
they got
hopeful
that video?
lifestyle.
Oh my god! Fuck.
can you
Take him.
call
Fuck these niggas up.
But Aaron Yeager got some of the best character growth.
God, he is. Look,
Best in what regards?
I thought Mikasa was gonna be like always kind of above Aaron on certain things, but growing up, Aaron he was that dude. He got Mikasa looking like a fool over him. I'm just like, ooh,
Down bad.
I mean, that's genetic.
down bad.
Dematized.
Up.
She dematized.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what that sounds
Up,
like.
girl.
She
He's not really that bad of a person. He can change. He can change him.
The way I heard,
It's
the way I heard Tupac be having people even when he don't give them the, you know what? I think that's how Aaron got Mikasa.
I mean, but Aaron got a point.
He does. He got to stay focused. You know, he got a purpose. He got to live.
You can't be trying to stop being on your villain goals for the coochie. You will never get anywhere.
But I'm not even like,
True.
realistically speaking, though, I'm not even mad at Aaron for real. Because it's like, we over here chilling, minding our business. Everybody else is like, oh, we bad guys. And so y'all send people to exterminate us. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not my folks, you got to go.
I'm a Jaegerist.
Let's not talk about the extended amount of slavery.
It is what it is, my guy.
They gotta go. Everybody gotta go.
Freedom. Shout out Juneteenth, man. That's the Black
No,
History
we not
Party.
finna be like
That'll be
be like Happy Juneteenth, Aaron Yeager.
I'm gonna get me an Aaron Yeager shirt with the little, I don't know what it's called. But
I mean,
yeah,
that's the only time I wear my
with all the hearts. I couldn't make it as a scout because my hands fucked up.
I rock my Killmonger shirts. You got to.
But just
definitely
like
right.
To tie up like the anime stuff, like I think Attack on Titan and Hunter x Hunter both have like the same things. Like there are these, mind you, Hunter x Hunter had a longer break, but there are these like long breaks, and I feel like it makes it so hard to like stay excited sometimes, or at least for me. And it's like, do these breaks kind of make you feel like you want to switch to like manga, or like are you okay with like the patience that you have to wait? I'm all for authors having their time to like be healthy. I'm not mad at that. But you know, when you're looking forward to a story, it's like, how do y'all handle like the wait?
Ebony, how do you handle the wait?
Now, when it came to Attack on Titan, after I got done with season 4, part 1, I went immediately to the manga. And when I tell you, I was devastated, hurt. I was feeling all types of emotions when I got done with that.
Yeah, because the mangas be hitting different than the anime sometimes, don't it?
Chapter 139, though, I bawled the hardest when they released it. I was crying so hard.
That's very specific.
Yeah, it's like when you read something and it be certain page.
Yeah,
like
no,
you know certain things.
No.
I feel you.
I know if I mention, is everybody here on Naruto or seen it at least enough?
I finished. I mean, I ain't touched Boruto, but I finished Shippuden.
Okay. The doom 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 right before Jiraiya died. I know everybody remember the song on that scene.
Yeah.
Like that was the saddest moment for a lot of people.
Man.
Yeah, y'all remember? Thought he was gonna get away. I had a beat. I have that. That's the only Lofi beat I play when I want to feel sad. The Tale of Jiraiya the Gallant.
Just don't go off the deep end. Don't go too far in there. Oh gosh,
Is
yeah.
it the My Hero manga by chance? Anybody caught up on that?
Oh girl, I'm so behind.
Woo!
Oh, I need to get like y'all. I'm jealous, and I got a
Um,
whole Biz Media
you gotta, you
subscription.
can't even get into My Hero, so how you gonna read the manga?
You said it was too long. Well, low
I feel
key,
so far behind. I ain't even finished season 1, y'all.
if you cut out filler episodes, you'll be able to catch up quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's on Biz Media, so I got that subscription. So I just gotta add my list up.
Just make sure you cut out the filler episodes. That's sometimes what kills an anime is those filler chunks of like space.
Hmm.
Just the unnecessary pad in episodes. That's why One Piece is also so fucking long. Cut out some of that filler, you will still have you will have a good show and you'll be caught up quick. Cause you will watch an anime and notice some of the times these characters never show back up, and you be like, "Damn, whatever happened to so and so? Nigga, he is TV only."
Be getting attached hard here.
Yeah, to a nigga who never coming back.
Man, playing with our feelings. But I know we're just over an hour. We're not wrapping up yet. We cannot miss a topic, but this is our last topic, wrestling. Now, our main wrestling people are not on today, but I
Let you static.
we, we can at least
It's not the
cover.
same without you yelling at the top of his lungs.
Yes, I'm just like Static Jones, baby. I love it.
Gotta do the fucking
Static Jones, baby. Shout out to freaking
bro be
Static.
powering up when he do his entrance, and bro, I
Power
fuck with it. I
the freak
fucks
up.
with it.
But let's get on to just like basically our thoughts. We can at least kind of scratch the surface on it. So the biggest news of last month was the whole thing about Sasha Banks and Naomi walking out for contract issues. They haven't really released their own personal statement. They've been pretty quiet since then, but just like looking at the article that's come up, they walked out because of contract issues. They just felt like they weren't being respected. And apparently they didn't want to go against whoever they were matched up with um, that night. And it was like a really big event, like an advertised type of like wrestling match going on. So it was really huge to miss out on that. And also as a result, a lot of their things, like a lot of things attached to their name, has been taken away. Just looking at
This is what the
the
WWE.
other article, like they're not being paid, they're suspended indefinitely. Everything tied to them that could make them money has been taken down, essentially. So, what do y'all feel about making a huge move like that? Do you like admire it? Do you think like, oh, that's some fools? This is a big moment. Well, I don't want to say that's fool, but like, no, this is a big moment. I couldn't do that. Like, what do y'all think about that?
Uh, I feel like good for them. They know they worth. When I was into wrestling, they were at their peak. Sasha Banks and Naomi, she was the SmackDown Women's Champion at the time, and I believe Sasha was the Raw Women's Champion. So for them to be at where they at now compared to where they were before, it's just like what? But I don't see a problem with it. Good for them.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's. I feel like it's any other job if you think about it. Like
Mm.
if you had a job and you're unhappy with your job, you're gonna quit.
Yep.
You'll give them a little bit of leeway, knowing like if you know you do good at your job and you know you're a great worker and you know the company that you work for is doing things that's kind of like making it hard on your job or making it hard on you or it's just making your job difficult for no reason or it's not really what you signed up for, you're gonna quit because it's like I've tried to reach out and said like, hey, I don't like how things are working, or I don't like how I'm getting paid, or I don't like how X, Y, and Z. Can you do something about it as an employee? And if the job doesn't do that, then it's like, well, fuck y'all. because I know as an employee in this aspect of work, my resume is good. So I could still go somewhere else and get the same kind of job and do
Yes.
a better job.
Know your worth.
Exactly.
Shy guy.
I
Any
mean,
thoughts?
the WWE has had a history of, kind of playing with people.
That's the one. Especially they like
Hmm.
But if you're not a big name, things don't change. They're not the first to do it. Stone Cold Steve Austin has done it. A lot of wrestlers have walked out,
Hmm.
even on big events. It's just who you are at that time for what you do. And um, that this opens up another bad point about the WWE is once you're connected to it, nothing about you is yours. Like
Yeah.
they lose everything because they step away from that. Doesn't that also make you gun shy about coming back, knowing how easily you could lose? You can't even call yourself the same wrestling title somewhere else unless you
Yeah.
make sure it's in your contract.
Yeah.
Which is
It's so tough these days. It's like honestly, I think it's good to like for them to have done that because just listening to what you all said, like you have to know your worth. That's the thing I struggled with for a while in the job world. I just kind of like took what was given to me and I didn't really lead for myself until really just this past year, taking things into my own hands at the big age of 28. So just to see that happen, I think sets a great example, like especially like given this time period, the day and age where people aren't staying into certain careers like as long as they used to, it's really important to know where you should be and stand your ground on it. That is not easy. And my bad, Damon Fane, you were about to say something, weren't you?
you good because honestly, I don't even remember what I was going to say.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Man,
No,
he
it's
kept in. He said wrestling.
But I mean, there are unfortunate consequences to like what they did, like what's like I said, what's being taken away. But you know what? You got to have respect for yourself to
yep.
teach other people to have respect for yourself.
It's a lot
So
of them.
right.
TNA, was it TNA or is Impact Wrestling still the same thing? There are a lot of other. If you made a name for yourself, if you've done well, there are other places they can go now. The wrestling pool is slowly starting to open up. WWE isn't as big as a dog as they used to be.
I don't know. I can't necessarily agree with that statement.
they say AEW looking pretty.
I feel like even
Mm.
though AEW is doing great things for wrestling, WWE is still like that brand.
It's
Like,
like Walmart.
because you can
I
still go to
mean,
Target, you can still
but
go to
remember
Wendy's.
when WWE had literally like 4 shows on at one time, and now we almost down to like just
Let
they
me
making mistakes that are like messing them up. Like,
let me plead my argument with that case, Shy Guy. The Rock's daughter is finna start wrestling. You know where she's wrestling at?
where she
WWE.
would have the most pool and growing up at. That's a family thing though.
It's
But
not it's the family thing just on strength of like everybody know who the Rock is in the wrestling community. I feel like that's a face card thing. She could probably go anywhere and do numbers.
But
Yeah,
where would she do her best numbers?
man,
true.
that was
Where why would you go for like I'm going to my hometown to be big. I can go out of town and I know I'm still hot. But if I'm here, I know
All right, so
from years on.
my rebuttal to you is, people were mad that she didn't want to do something with her name wise that links her to the Rock.
mm,
But she came
Yeah,
home.
I heard about that.
I saw
So
that.
it's like if you could go to WWE and then yes, you could hometown favorite, fourth generation, fifth generation, whatever generation, but it's like a higher number of wrestlers
Mm-hmm.
and be attached to The Rock. It's
Okay, but look at the other wrestlers in that family that are. They had their own names.
true, but everybody when The Rock got to WWF at the time, he was attached to his dad in a sense, to where it was like they played off that a little bit.
Didn't they wrestle together?
Yeah, they've had a match together.
Y'all better
So
educate me.
so imagine like you want to do your own thing. Yes, you want to do like a family thing, but you want to do your own thing. I don't want to be limited to just being known as The Rock's daughter.
On your childish Gambino type stuff.
Right.
You know?
But remember, The Rock wasn't known as the person for his dad. He made his connection. A lot of people out of that family made their own spots. Dug in. It wasn't off the strength of The Rock that they got to. I'm not gonna say that. It wasn't off the strength for a lot of people in that family off that for getting where they are.
Of course not. If I'm not. What I'm saying is, it's not off. It's someone off the strength. However, if I can go somewhere to where it's more of just me being a great wrestler and not like being known as The Rock's daughter. Personally speaking, that's where I'd go.
I feel your point.
I understand making a name for yourself.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with it. I just felt bad for the poor girl because they
They do that shit.
Whether it's her or shoot, Bronny James. It's just certain things are just gonna be with you, and you just gotta determine what you do from there. So I feel y'all on that. But all of this being said, we have reached the 1 hour mark. I know we had like two topics to talk about under wrestling, but I'm going to let everything that we talked about, it was technically kind of a summary of May. So the next thing, I guess I could technically say it was in June. So we'll save that juicy stuff for the next time we have our podcast. But this was a very great, successful stream podcast, all of that. I enjoyed talking to everybody and on in the chat, just reminiscing and all that. And I just want to also bring up just where you can see BlerdOver in person. So we have plenty of cons that we've been to before, and I want everyone to know that there are plenty coming up. Let me make sure I keep this straight in my head because we will be at a lot of places. So this weekend is Alabama Comic Con in Birmingham, Alabama. BJCC, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay.
this weekend.
Yes, that
Yeah.
is this weekend, the Saturday and Sunday. So you'll see some of us there. After that, there is a Ranger Power Ranger convention in Atlanta, Georgia, that a couple of us will be at. After that is Magic City Con. There's that. I wasn't sure if that was like the last one that they're gonna have or not. So stay tuned for that. There was like some updates on that. But we will be at Magic City Con. Um, and then for me, I'll be representing at both BlerdCon and at DreamCon. Who else tickets are hard to get, y'all? I had that ticket for a year, so I was not playing.
Oh, have fun.
Girl, look, we're gonna get you in next time. We're gonna get you in.
Uh,
But we have plenty that we're gonna be in pretty much like every weekend, probably until like mid July. There's probably still some later in July, August that still need to come to mind for me. But that's at least like what the next 5 or 6 weekends that will be it. So nearly anyone that you can think of will be there. So you'll see more of us in person, and you'll see more of us either weekly or I'll say like between weekly and bi-weekly with podcasts and interviews on a Facebook platform and well with StreamYard, Facebook and YouTube as well. So you'll see more of our lovely faces.
You will
Again,
not.
you will not
I'm not. I'm not doing this.
Man, this man is legally blind.
Hey.
POP, hold me down.
turn into a bat in the night. Oh gosh, but Again, my name is Blerd Sunday, and you can primarily find me on Instagram. Wait, what you say? Oh gosh, but again, my name is I didn't know. Blerd Sunday. Oh, I think somebody has the live playing out loud. Can you pause for a second? Okay.
My bad.
But my name is Blerd Sunday. You can pretty much find me primarily on Instagram. Like if you want any updates on anything on other platforms and stuff that I'm kind of trying out here and there, and learning more of, you can find me on Instagram primarily. And I just, everyone else, would you like to restate yourself and just leave us with anything that you like? Ladies first.
Okay, I'll go first. Okay, my name is Ebony. You can always find me on Instagram at ebony.ebony. Also TikTok.
Damn the Fame 07, Damn the Fame 7, Instagram, IG, are the same thing. Instagram, Xbox. Yeah, that's my man. That's my man.
Adam, add him.
My name is Jeff.
Jeff.
Your name is Jeff?
My name's Jeff. 21.
21.
Shy being shy.
But yeah, y'all really don't like talking to me anyway. But and I'm not talking about our glorious podcast group. I'm talking about just people in the universe. Y'all have fun. Thank y'all for tuning in. I don't got no. Don't try to find me on social medias.
He said he's just trying to escape. I'm gonna do the outro. Y'all though.
Let me outro us out of here real quick.
Oh Lord.
Oh wait, no, because somebody got to tell them about our other shows and things and what Don't we got other shows?
Please, with the are you saying the future podcast or the different things that we're doing individually?
I thought we had. I thought we had a wrestling show coming out.
We got a moment with Static. He's probably gonna do something soon.
You're gonna see a lot more wrestling coverage. You're gonna see a lot more possible like webtoon comic type stuff, entertainment, a lot more skits from us as well. Like we are getting active and we're staying active. So it's definitely going to be something that you want to stay tuned into. And what you say? Oh, he said on me. But what else? Happy Pride Month. Overall, yes, happy Pride Month. Other random days, it's National Bubba Day. So if you got a friend or uncle, if you got a pet you call Bubba growing up, show some love there. It's National Get Off Work Early Day. So that's going to be me tomorrow and a few times next week. And it's National Moonshine Day. Plus Thirsty Thursday. So, get your moonshine on.
Don't know
how you really go blind.
It's all in his stomach.
He said moonshine.
Moonshine? What? You speaking my language now.
Oh. But I'm super happy. Yes. Just be safe. Have someone safe, someone that you trust around you. I'll just say that. And be of age.
Drink responsibly.
Wherever you live at. Some places it's 16, other places here it's 21. So
drink responsibly.
Yes, please.
That's what I'm gonna say.
But with all of that being said, I'm glad that everyone got to see more of the members of BlerdOver, got to see the fresh faces, the seasoned faces, the BlerdOver girls, BlerdOver guys, all of that stuff. And we can't wait to see y'all again. Yes, this has been fun. First time success. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate all three of y'all and the people who are in the chat. And with that, peace out.